Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Coming to you live from the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center on the campus of Bellevue University. We bring you the final game of the 2024 Chick-fil-A Basketball Classic. 8 games to be competed this weekend here at the Lozier Center. This is the finale as the Bellevue University Bruins men's squad takes on the visiting Peru State Bobcats. Good evening, everyone. Mick Krupski back behind the microphone for tonight's nightcap. The Bellevue Bruins 1-0 on the season. The Peru State Bobcats 2-0. Both of these teams coming into tonight's wrap-up with victories last night. The home team Bruins beat Oakland City, Indiana, 101-52. The Bruins were on fire. They hit 66% from the floor and made 15 three-pointers in that win against the Mighty Oaks. The Peru State Bobcats faced Dickinson State University earlier in the day and defeated the Dickinson State squad by a score of 68-61. For the Bellevue Bruins, newcomer Willie Williams was the star of the show, scoring 23 points for the Bruins. Nigel Wilson added 19. TJ Fritz had 17. And newcomer RJ Smith added 12. 3 players had 5 rebounds to do the board work for the home team Bruins. For the Bobcats, it was Devin Tomlinson leading the way with 21 points. Coleman and Griggs adding 16 and 9 points respectively. And Devin Tomlinson leading the way, rebounding with 9 rebounds as well. These two teams have a long, long history. Bellevue was opened in 1966. These two teams first played basketball in 1972, and they have played 88 times during the course of that history since 1982. The Bruins owning a 55-33 advantage in games played in the history of this competition. Last year, these two teams had decent seasons. The Bruins were conference regular season and tournament champions, but a 15-16 overall record. Bellevue averaged 69 points per game while allowing 67. For Peru State, a better record, 20-12, 13-11 in the Heart of America Athletic Conference. They averaged 78 points per game but allowed 73. Coming into today's action, based upon last year, TJ Fritz with 13.4 points per game, Nigel Wilson with 9.4. They were the point scoring leaders for Bellevue. Carlos Hines at 13.8 points per game, and Ty Griggs, the 2 leading scorers for Peru State. Rebounding-wise, Ibmar Vinson averaged 5 rebounds per game for the Bruins last year, but he's a little bit injured at the start of this season. Nigel Wilson, also 4 rebounds per game. Christian Tidian, the leading rebounder for Peru State, just under 5 boards per game. Carlos Hines added just under 4. Christian Carter will be relied upon to dish out some assists for the Bruins last year. He's the leading returner in that category. Carlos Hines doing that job for the Bobcats. These two teams used to be competitors in the old Midland Collegiate Athletic Conference. They battled for many years against each other. That helps to explain that 88 prior matchups between these two clubs. As always, we like to invite you to be part of our broadcast. If you would like to be part of that, let us know who you are, where you are, who you're rooting for, any other things you'd like us to add to the broadcast. My text message number is 402-515-7654. I'll give out that number several times during the course of the games. Bellevue fans, keep that all season long. Bobcat fans, we invite you to join us tonight if you would like as well. Looking down on the floor, both teams getting some final shots in their warm-ups in preparation for today's game. Lucas Gabriel, the head coach for the Bellevue Bruins, now in his 6th season. His associate head coach is Nate Geiser, who's been with them the whole time, and assistant coach Aaron Havis in his 2nd year on the bench with the Bruins. Roman Gentry in his 3rd year as the head coach for Peru State. His assistant coaches are Reggie Kindle and Jordan Johnson. All right, preparations are complete. Both teams head back to their respective benches, and we'll have basketball starting up in just a moment.
Today's final game features
Both these teams winning their openers. Congratulations to the Bellevue women's squad. They won both of their matchups in this Chick-fil-A Classic, defeating Southwestern Christian last night, and a 1-point win against Mount Mercy tonight, 76-75, the score right before this one. All right, let's turn it over to Ray Quinn, our PA announcer, for the starting lineups.
Peru State College. Starting at guard, a 6'1" senior from Omaha, Nebraska, number 3, Ty Griggs. Another guard, a 6'5" senior from Chicago, Illinois, number 4, Carlos Hines. At forward, a 6'6" senior from Blue Springs, Missouri, number 32, Devin Tomlinson. At forward, a 6'7" senior from Council Bluffs, Iowa, number 50, Christian Tedian. And at forward, a 6'7" senior from Rush, Iran, number 55, Amir Pope. The Bobcats are coached by head coach Ruben Gentry in his third season, assisted by Reggie Gendel and Jordan Johnson. Now here's the starting lineup for your Bellevue University Bruins. Starting at guard, a 6'3" senior from Manhattan, Kansas, number 2, TJ Fritz. At guard, a 6'1" senior from Concord, California, number 11, Christian Carter. And another guard, a 6'4" senior from Gary, Indiana, number 14, Raphael Allen. At forward, a 6'6" sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona, number 15, Liam Thompson. And the man in the middle, 6'8" junior from El Dorado Hills, California, number 55, R.J. Smith. The Bruins are coached by head coach Lucas Gabriel in his 6th season, assisted by Nate Geiser and Aaron Havens.
All right, thanks once again, Ray, for those introductions of the starting lineups for the visiting Bobcats. It'll be Ty Griggs, Carlos Hines, Devin Tomlinson, Christian Tedian, and Amir Potes. For the home team Bruins, TJ Fritz, Christian Carter, Raphael Allen, Liam Thompson, and R.J. Smith. The same starting 5 for the Bruins that we saw in action yesterday. Bruins a great result going over the century mark in the win. May not get there tonight, but hoping for a win nonetheless. Opening tip just seconds away. The Bruins in their purple uniforms with gold and white trim. The Bobcats in the white uniforms with royal blue. The Bruins do not contest the opening tip, preferring to play defense on the opening possession. Here come the Bobcats. Ball into the hands of Ty Griggs, an Omaha native. Played his high school ball in Omaha South. Carlos Hines in the lane. Pass down low to the postman, Amir Pote. Pote working against R.J. Smith, trying to get the shot up. Smith with a great job on defense, holding his ground. The shot off the mark. The Bruins defense on the first possession gets the job done. First offensive touch for the Bruins. Here's R.J. Smith to T.J. Fritz. He's off the mark on his first attempt from beyond the arc. Rebound pulled down by Carlos Hines. We're underway fast and furiously. Both teams come up empty on their opening possessions. Griggs, the point guard. To the near side to Hines. Hines trying to work behind the screen. He'll launch for 3. He's off the mark there. Liam Thompson pulls down the board for the Bruins. Christian Carter, the point guard, here to Raphael Allen after a redshirt year. Raphael back in the Bruins purple and gold. Here's Raphael trying to look inside. Now the Bruins reverse to the left side. Shot clock at 10. Carter trying to find a slot. Nothing available. Thompson driving, coming to the middle. Liam, the up and under, but they'll say no basket. Traveling violation as he dragged his pivot foot in the lane. First turnover of the game. Bobcats need somebody to take the ball out. Ty Griggs says, oh, I guess that's supposed to be me. Bruins with a little light backcourt pressure early on. Peru, Nebraska, about less than an hour's drive south of Bellevue. Both of these schools located right near the edge of the Missouri River. Griggs in the drive in the lane. The right-handed shot up and in for the first basket of the evening. 20-minute halves in the men's game. Bruins looking for their first points. Here's Thompson in the lane. Liam with the left hand off the glass. Thompson, not usually a big scorer, but he comes up with the first basket of the night for the Bruins. 2-2 our score. Here's Amir Pote. He'll give it off to Griggs across the way. Back to the top of the key to Hines. R.J. Smith in the lane, denies an easy look, but the fadeaway jump shot by Carlos Hines, a senior out of Chicago. A 4-2 lead for Peru State. TJ Fritz missed his first three-pointer, second one off the mark as well. The rebound brought down by Devin Tomlinson. Tomlinson up the floor. Peru sets up in the half court. Bellevue defense man-to-man as it normally is. Again on the switch, trying to take advantage of a little mismatch. A couple of touches off the rim, and the ball finally goes down on the jump shot by Carlos Hines. Back-to-back buckets by Hines. Watch us live on our YouTube channel. You can also see archive versions at our fan zone. Little baby hook inside by R.J. Smith. Thompson tries to keep it alive with a foul on the play. That's going to go against Amir Pote, the 6'7 senior out of Rasht, Iran. Substitutions, wholesale substitutions for the Bruins. Nigel Wilson, Caleb Chang, Matt Mathok. Oh, and Willie Williams. Sorry, Willie. TJ Fritz, the only one of the starters remaining on the floor. Here's Nigel Wilson, has trouble, get the basketball on the double team. Gets a hold of it, back out to the top of the key to Caleb Chang. He'll be in the point guard position. He points to the basket and shoots, no good. Nice job on the rebound by Matt Mathok, newcomer to the Bruin program, on the floor. 6-2, Bobcats with an early lead. Here's Willie Williams on the drive, a foul call on the grab. That'll go against Stephen Coleman Jr., who checked in during that last stoppage of play. Willie Williams led the Bruins last night, 23 points in his debut as a Bellevue Bruin. He's out of San Francisco, California, played at City College. Chang, a couple of touches, won't go down. Tomlinson on the rebound. And the Bruins not shooting well in the early going, but still a lot of basketball to be played. Into the hands of Christian Titian, trying to get it inside. Nice play by Tomlinson to keep it alive because he couldn't handle it inside in traffic. Shot clock down to 10 for the Bobcats. Another shot from distance by Hines. That one's no good. It goes out of bounds off the hands of Christian Titian. And the Bruins will have another chance to eat into their 4-point deficit. Again, congrats to the Bellevue women. They won their basketball game prior to this, 76-75 against Mount Mercy. Caleb Chang trying to work around Nigel Wilson. TJ Fritz feeds Wilson. Contact made. Defensive play by Christian Titian on the turnover. Bobcats trying to run up the floor. Bruins get back on defense. But a double dribble call against Ty Griggs. That'll be the first turnover against Peru State. Here's Raphael Allen back on the floor for the Bruins. Donzel Johnson and Aaron Miller on the floor for the Bobcats. Four and a half minutes have elapsed in today's contest. 8 points on the scoreboard, 6 for the Bobcats, 2 for the Bruins. Here's Williams, three-point look. That one's off the mark. The Bruins 0 for 5 from behind the arc. Quickly up the floor comes Hines. High arcing shot, no good. Wilson pulls down the rebound. And the Bruins another chance to try to close the deficit. Entry pass inside. Matt Mathok is hammered by a couple of different Bobcats. Sandor Rodriguez, excuse me, that was Aaron Miller, winds up back against the auxiliary bleachers down low. Matt Mathok, the freshman out of Council Bluffs, Iowa, will go to the free throw line for the Bruins. Shooting 2 shots, makes the first one count.
Back in for the Bobcats, number 3, Ty Griggs.
Matt played his high school ball at Abraham Lincoln High School, redshirted last year in the Bruin program, so he's not strictly a newcomer. 1 for 2 at the free throw line, 6-3 on the scoreboard. Drive by Donzel Johnson, cut off by the Bruins. He takes it back out to the top of the key. Passes there to Ty Griggs. Entry pass goes into the bleachers on the turnover. Bellevue will get the ball back. 2 turnovers against each team thus far. Here's Caleb Chang bringing the ball up the floor for the Bruins. Another California guy. Raphael Allen. Nigel Wilson. Raphael once again. Here's Mathak. Nigel was our guest last night on the post-game wrap-up after a great job both scoring and rebounding. Shot clock in single digits for the Bruins. Chang trying to work off the screen. Shot clock to 2. Caleb gets it off before the buzzer. Banks hard against the iron. Kicked out to Willie Williams. Bruins a fresh 20 seconds. Bruins 1 for 7 from the floor. Make it 1 for 8 as Allen can't get that one to go. Bellevue shot incredibly hot, over 70% for much of the game yesterday, but off to a cold start today. That's basketball, huh? Entry pass inside. Aaron Miller gets the bucket on the assist from Christian Titian, 8-3. Nigel Wilson trying to work inside to Mathak. Denied that look. Both teams playing solid man-to-man defense, so Williams shoots over the top and off the mark on that one. Bruins 1 for 9. Titian gives it off to Coleman. That shot no good. Mathak clears the board. Gets it ahead to Raphael Allen, who'll give it off to Willie Williams. Nigel Wilson left alone. Hell, he'll knock down the tray. Nigel, the senior out of Tucson, Arizona, gets the Bruins to within 2 points with that tray. Wilson had 19 points last night. Nice drive to the basket. That arm extension by Stephen Coleman Jr. out of Toledo, Ohio. A geography lesson. Looking up and down the rosters of both these squads. Williams over near the Bobcat bench. Looks inside for Nigel Wilson. A great entry pass. And Nigel with the flush. Williams with the assist. Nice give and go basketball by those two Bruins. Again, it's a 2-point game. Lucas Gabriel working the official as he walks up and down the sidelines. Doesn't like something about grabbing inside. You can see from his hand gestures. A drive inside. Nigel Wilson with an offensive play. Caleb Chang pushes the ball up the floor. Kicking back out. Bruins look like they want to run a little bit more than they did last year. They played much more slower tempo, controlling the possessions, controlling the basketball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Raphael Allen, switches to the left hand, his natural side, and we're tied at 10. Raphael, the Gary, Indiana native, redshirted last year after playing his junior year for the Bruins, and a whistle across the way. Foul's going to be called on somebody. Caleb Chang will pick up his first personal foul.
Chang, his
First team foul against the Bruins, 3 team fouls against the Bobcats. A whole host of subs coming in. Most of the original starters for the Bruins back out on the floor.
For the Bobcats is number 12.
And a very similar scenario for the Bobcats.
55, Amir Pope.
Bobcat basketball. Shot clock at 17 seconds. Here's Ty Griggs. Again on the switch, trying to take advantage of a mismatch if they can, but the Bruins keeping them outside the lane. Good job at help defense by the Bruins. With the dribble drive, the shot off the mark on the attempt by Lamar Lovelace. A foul call on the battle for the rebound. Up, they say no, just out of bounds. It'll be Bobcat basketball, touched by a Bruin.
First team second. And back into the game will be number 32, Tomlinson.
Devlin Tomlinson, the senior from Blue Springs, Missouri. That's down in the Kansas City area, back on the floor. Over to Griggs. R.J. Smith just an inch short of getting the block on that one. Credit the basket to Omaha South graduate Ty Griggs. A former Packer, now a Bobcat. Thompson sets the screen for Carter. Bruins, a lot of motion on the offense. That one's knocked out of bounds. Lamar Lovelace got a hand on that. It'll stay Bellevue basketball, however, over near the Bobcat bench. Head coach Roman Gentry, at his third year at the helm of the Peru State program. That one off the mark on the shot by Allen, but Liam Thompson, the offensive board. Bellevue with 4 offensive rebounds so far. That's helped keep them. TJ Fritz looks good from here, but a little bit short. Crash for the basketball. Kept alive by Amir Pote. And the Bobcats head the other way, leading by 2. Fritz trying to go for the steal. Instead, he'll be called for the foul. His first personal, 3rd team foul on the Bruins. 3 team fouls as well on the Bobcats.
Also in is number 50.
Back in comes Christian Tidian. Here's Griggs, point guard for the Bobcats. Trying to work out front. Again, a little mismatch on the inside. Little floater. One-handed shot. Ty Griggs with the bucket. He has 6 points already. 3 for 3 shooting for Ty Griggs. Here's Willie Williams. Still looking for his first points of the game after putting up a couple dozen last night. And the words come out of my mouth into his hands, and there is the first Willie Williams basket of the day. 14-12 our score. Closely fought early, 10+ minutes in this first half. We'll have a media timeout on the next stoppage of play. Griggs bounce pass to Tomlinson. Off the glass, a nice spin move down low by Devin Tomlinson. And a 4-point lead for the visitors from Peru, Nebraska. A river battle here on the banks of the Missouri River. Nice head fake across the way. The shot, however, no good. A great defensive tip on that play by Lamar Lovelace to put it into the Bobcat possession. Lovelace trying to work his way down the floor. Liam Thompson with the block from behind, but a foul called after that play.
Foul charge number 3, Willie Williams.
Willie Williams will pick up his first personal foul. That's the 4th team foul. As we have a media timeout on the floor with 8:44 remaining in the first half. It's the Peru State Bobcats 16, the Bellevue Bruins 12. Again, that text message number, if you want to join us for the broadcast tonight, it's 402-515-7654. Hey, we got a text from Trish Sedlick, head coach of the Bellevue volleyball squad. They had a victory today over Mayville State up in North Dakota. Bellevue wins the North Star regular season. In volleyball, they'll be the #1 seed, and they'll host the North Star tournament beginning November 15th right here at the Gordon Lozier Center. The Bellevue Bruins rated number 6 in the NAIA. Congrats, coach and team. Let's go Bruins. The Geisers are listening in. That's the family of associate head coach Nate Geiser. We know you guys are always part of our broadcast. Go Bruins. Great job last night. Let's keep up the momentum. Go Nigel and team from Deborah. Nigel's mom listening in Arizona. Deborah, good to hear from you. I hope you enjoyed our interview with Nigel last night as well. Join us if you would like on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Mick Krupski back behind the microphone. Thanks to Logan and Raphael working behind the scenes, doing the camera work as part of our broadcast. Bobcats have the basketball close to a 5-second call, but they get it in just in time. With the basketball, Lamar Lovelace, Rochester, New York, putting on a dribbling show, trying to work around R.J. Smith, and R.J. is going to be called for the foul.
Vacancy Bruins to number 55.
5 team fouls on the Bellevue Bruins. That's the first on Smith. Loveless will head to the free throw line for the Bobcats.
At the line shooting, 2.
Again, the Bobcats a 68-61 winner over Dickinson State University in their game yesterday afternoon. First free throw is good.
Back in for the Bruins.
Wilson, Fritz, Mathak, Chang back in for the Bruins. So the line changes once again for head coach Lucas Gabriel. Was very effective last night for the Bruins as they just ran past Oakland City out of Indiana.
And gets the second one as well.
2 free throws made, the lead expands to 16. So it's been little mini runs by each team thus far in the first 11, 12 minutes of today's game. Wilson looking for a teammate. Caleb Chang comes to his aid. Caleb works around Nigel's screen, tries to go down the lane, loses control of the basketball, and turns it over.
Bobcat ball.
Two turnovers against Peru State, 3 against Bellevue. As we're back to the action, Bobcats trying to extend their current 6-point lead. Loveless with a head fake into the lane. His shot way off the mark. Somehow Pote got the offensive rebound. Nothing touched the rim yet. That one did. Tomlinson off the mark, tracked down by Christian Carter. He'll bring it quickly up the floor. TJ Fritz, open look, right corner. Off the mark, off the front of the rim. TJ had 17 points last night, looking for his first one today. Matt Mathak thought he had a clean block there. Instead, he'll be called for the foul. That will send Amir Pote to the free throw line.
And Amir Pote shooting.
Ohio, Pennsylvania, Nebraska, Illinois, Colorado, New York, Texas, and Iran, the homes of the players on the roster for Peru State. Less than an hour's drive down Highway 75 between Bellevue and Peru, so a nice little neighborhood rivalry. Pote misses both ends of the free throw shooting. Bellevue 5 of 18, Peru State 8 of 18 shooting from the floor thus far. Here's Chang to Mathak. To Christian Carter. Bruins in single digits on the shot clock. Nigel's made 1 3-pointer today, off the mark, however, with that one. Ty Griggs there for the board. He'll calmly bring the ball up the floor. Shot no good. Good help defense by Wilson. Bruins on the run. Caleb Chang for 3. Too strong. Matt Mathak with the rebound and basket. Nice job of being in position for the board for Matt. And the Bruins cut the mark. Now a 4-point deficit. Bellevue shooting only 26%, 42% for Peru State. Christian Titian giving it off to Ty Griggs. Griggs almost called for a double dribble there. Crossover by Loveless. He'll put up the shot from near the free throw line, but it's no good. Chris Carter there for Bellevue. Up-tempo game as both teams trying to push the ball up the floor. Caleb Chang in the lane. Defenders come to his aid. Mathak loses control of the basketball. Here's Tomlinson running down the floor. And he gets the friendly roll off the rim. Devin Tomlinson, his 4th point of the game. Griggs with 6, leading the way for the Bobcats. Wilson with 5, leading the way for the Bruins. 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Very quick moving first half of action. And a foul called on the drive to the basket. Foul's going to go against Devlin Tomlinson, his first personal, 4th team foul. So still not a shooting situation. Again, 17 fouls earns you the 1 and 1. 10 team fouls, you're in the double bonus. Nigel Wilson trying to back in against Titian. Nothing available there, so the Bruins take it back out to reset on the half court. Carter trying to turn the corner, some pretty big contact, off balance shot. The ball picked up by Donzel Johnson. Not a lot of fouls called thus far. Letting them play, little contact. Again, the mismatch down low. Titian on the kick out. The shot from Donzel Johnson, that's no good. And it'll be Bellevue basketball.
Blue ball back in, number 3, Williams off number 14, Allen, number 15, Thompson, and number 15.
R.J. Smith, Liam Thompson back out onto the floor. Who else is in? Because there's a little confusion on the Bruins bench. There we go. It's Willie Williams and Raphael Allen. Onside look. Raphael Allen will go to the free throw line as he's cut under on that pass inside. Nice look inside to Allen. He'll get 2 free throws coming up. Raphael, the 6'4" senior out of Gary, Indiana. Took a redshirt year last year after playing his junior year, so he's been around the program. Now his 3rd year. Calmly takes a big deep breath before he attempts his free throws. Off the mark with the first one. Allen started his college career at Southwestern College of California, also played at San Diego City College in the JUCO ranks. Now his 3rd year in the Bellevue program. And that one kicks out. Tomlinson clears away the loose ball. Bruins only 1 out of 4 from the free throw line today. A 3-point shot, Christian Titian makes that one to extend the lead to 9. The Bruins have been stuck on 14 for quite a while. Here's TJ Fritz. Bellevue looking for somebody to get a hot hand. Trying to look inside. TJ Fritz in the corner. He gets off the 3-point shot. That's no good. R.J. Smith is shoved underneath by Christian Titian. That's quite a shove to move R.J. He's a big-bodied guy. Still not a shooting situation as each team now with 6 team fouls. Some young spectators in that front row enjoying the up-close action. They almost had a 230-pound guy flying into their lap. Allen passes up the first 3-point look. He'll take it back out to set it up. Both coaching staff shouting instructions to their team. Shot clock down to 5. Willie Williams has to put it up quickly. 2 has it stolen away by Devlin Tomlinson, and Willie Williams is going to be called for the foul. A little bit of a frustration foul there by Willie. Christian Carter will check back in for him. And with that foul, now we're in the 1-and-1 situation. Devlin Tomlinson will head to the free throw line. Peru State lost 3 of their top 4 scorers from last year's team, but they're off to a 2-0 start on the season, defeating Haskell Indian Nations last week before beating Dickinson State in the opener of this 2024 Chick-fil-A Classic. First free throw was good. The lead up to 10 points. Again, Bellevue's been stuck on that 14-point mark for quite a while. Last field goal was at 6:53, so 2.5 minutes. The Bruins have not scored. Timeout on the floor. Peru State Bobcats 25, Bellevue Bruins 14. Largest lead of the game for the Bobcats, now at 11 points in this one. Bruins trying to get their offense started after doing so well. Hey, one more time, we'll say congrats to the Bellevue volleyball team. They're watching tonight's basketball game on the bus, heading back to Bellevue. A big woo-hoo. Woo-hoo to you guys as well. We look forward to seeing you when the semifinals and finals take place here on November 15th and 16th. Bellevue shooting just 27% 43% for Peru State. Again, just, feast or famine kind of a look at statistics. Last night, the Bruins shot 66% for the game, shooting over 70% for most of it. Today, Bellevue having trouble just buying a bucket. Only 6 baskets made in 22 attempts. 1 out of 13 from behind the arc. Still a lot of basketball to go. 4:18 remaining in the first half. As Christian Carter will bring the ball up the floor. Christian, the senior from Concord, California. Talked to his parents last night. They made the trip here. They're frequent visitors. R.J. Smith looking for help. There's Raphael Allen. Liam Thompson, entry pass to R.J. Smith. And Smith is grabbed inside by Aaron Miller. He'll pick up his second personal foul. Each squad now with 17 fouls, so R.J. will have free throws upcoming. R.J., the junior out of El Dorado Hills, California. California has always been a fertile recruiting ground for the Bellevue Bruins. R.J. started his college career at Yuba College. Last year was in the Bellevue program as a redshirt. And a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line for R.J. His first 2 points of the evening. Bruins still trailing by 9. Need to rely upon the defense. Carlos Hines dribbling out front. His pass. Christian Carter will get the steal. Trying to run down the floor. Contact made. Christian will go to the free throw line as Donzel Johnson with the big hit on the drive to the basket. He had one of those, what, knee look after he just body slammed Carter. So, again, the mops come out, wiping up some perspiration. 4th game of the day. 8th game in the past 2 days. Here's Christian, a good free throw shooter from last year. Last year, his main focus was to distribute the basketball. This year, I think head coach Lucas Gabriel looks to him to maybe score a little more as well as help lead from that point position. Titian back in, Lovelace back in, Pote back in. Christian, second free throw, off the back iron. Tomlinson gets the rebound. Tomlinson already with 5 rebounds for the Bobcats. Lovelace on the drive. Help defense by Chris Carter. Loose ball. TJ Fritz comes away with it after Liam Thompson was battling for it. Here's TJ with a nifty move, but too strong off the glass. May have been better suited to pull that one out as it was a 1-on-3 situation. Bobcats got back to defend. Timeout called by Roman Gentry, the head coach for Peru State. That's their first timeout with 3:03 remaining in the first half of action. It's the Bobcats 25 and the Bruins 17. Well, we have this opportunity, give us a chance to take a look at the early part of the schedule for the Bellevue Bruins. For the month of November, the Bruins have a pretty full schedule after these 2 games this weekend. The Bruins will be back here on November 9th to take on Union College out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Then they hit the road November 15th and 16th. They're at Viterbo for the Viterbo Classic. They'll play St. Francis of Illinois on Friday. And Viterbo, former North Star Athletic Association opponents, on Saturday. Then on November 18th, they'll play an exhibition at Wayne State University in Wayne, Nebraska. Bruins back home November 22nd and 23rd to play Ozark Christian and Nobel. On the road again November 26th and 27th versus Hannibal LaGrange and Columbia College out of Missouri before the Thanksgiving break. All right, back to the matter at hand. That's these Peru State Bobcats who have enjoyed the lead for this entire game thus far. Bounce pass inside. Tomlinson. Nice job by Chris Carter to get in the way of that. It'll stay Peru State basketball, however. Tomlinson was trying to elevate, but Christian on the help defense got there in time. And though he gives up several inches, made the defensive play for the Bruins. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Peru State. Lovelace, R.J. Smith makes the defensive play for the Bruins. Ahead to T.J. Fritz. T.J. fakes the pass, takes the shot. There it is. T.J. with his first basket of the night. Now 1 for 5 from distance. Maybe that's the spark the Bruins need to make a little run before halftime. Drive inside, denied. Christian Carter again on the floor to go for the steal. It's a tussle for the basketball. Somehow Lamar Lovelace comes up with the basketball. Shot clock continues to run. Lovelace, what a tough angle off the glass, able to get it to go. So he's in the scoring column after an 0 for 6 start. Raphael Allen trying to look inside to Smith. Now Fritz trying to do the same. Now they get it to RJ. Bruins clear out, let him work. Nice bounce pass inside. Raphael Allen with a good cut to the basket. And the Bruins cut the deficit to 5. First basket for Raphael. Bruins trying to get that offense to get into gear. Good defense again by the Bruins trying to clog up the lane. Pull-up jump shot is good. Good concentration there by Stephen Coleman Jr. to get that one to fall. Again, these two teams met at least 88 times since 1972. Information compiled by the Bellevue Sports Information Department. Again, tip of the cap to Bill Mullins and Steve Field, the two guys in the sports info. Liam Thompson with the putback after the Smith miss. Liam gets the offensive rebound. They'll reset the shot clock. We're under a minute to go. A very fast-moving first half. Carter on the drive. Tomlinson gets in the way. They're going to say a blocking foul against Devlin Tomlinson. That'll be his second personal foul, 9th team foul against the Bobcats. So Chris Carter will head to the free throw line as Nigel Wilson checks back in for the Bruins.
Carter at the free throw line. Shooting the 1.
1-1. Final time for the Bruins here as they're on the 9th team foul against Peru State. Carter again, money from the free throw line. Six-point lead. Carter trying to make it a 5-point lead. Off the mark, too strong on the second one. The rebound brought down by the Bobcats, Stephen Coleman. 40 seconds remaining. Maybe a possession for each team before our halftime break. At halftime, we'll have a visit with Bellevue women's basketball coach Dave Denley. Foul call in the battle for the bounce pass inside. T.J. Fritz picks up his third personal foul, so he'll probably head to the bench to prevent getting another one. Willie Williams checks into the Bellevue lineup, but Devin Tomlinson will have a 1-1 as the Bruins on 8 team fouls. His teammates don't even go to the lane for his free throws here as they're all hanging around at the half court, getting ready to play defense for the Bruins' next possession. Tomlinson makes the first free throw. He has 7 points on the night. That's tops for the Bobcats. And 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Let's see if the Bruins hold for the final shot. There is like a 1/10 or 2/10 of a difference between the game and shot clock. Carter on the face of Brutus the Bruins, near half court. Wilson comes up for the screen. Harried out front by Lamar Lovelace. Christian, open look for Liam Thompson. He'll drive the lane, no good. The rebound to Tomlinson. And with 1 second left, now we are at halftime. And the Peru State Bobcats come into the Lozier Center and take a 31-23 halftime lead over the home team, Bellevue University Bruins. Neither team lit it up on offense. Bellevue shot 29% from the floor, 43% from the Bobcats. Bellevue only made 8 baskets in the first half to 12 for Peru State. Neither team great from behind the arc. Bellevue only 2 out of 14. Peru State 1 out of 6. From the free throw lines, Bruins 5 out of 10. They left some points there. 6 out of 8 were the Bobcats. Turnovers relatively few for the intensity level of the game. 5 for Bellevue, 3 for Peru State. Total rebounds, that's pretty much a draw. 20 for the Bruins and 21 for Peru State. Let's take a look at some of the individual leaders at halftime. For Peru State, Devin Tomlinson with 8 points, Ty Griggs with 6, Carlos Hines with 4, Stephen Coleman with 4, Lamar Lovelace with 4, Christian Tidian with 3, Aaron Miller with 2. For the Bellevue Bruins, Nigel Wilson has 5. That's the team high. Raphael Allen with 4, TJ Fritz with 3, Matt Mathok with 3. Willie Williams has 2, Christian Carter has 2, Liam Thompson has 2, and RJ Smith has 2. So a low-scoring first half. It's in the books. We'll see if we get more offensive action in the second half. Be sure to stay with us as we bring that to you. Connor Dukes checking in on the way back to Dickinson. Connor, how are you doing these days? Connor, a former Bellevue University basketball player, graduated, 3 years ago, I think, a Plattsmouth native. Well, he's about halfway between Bellevue and Peru, Nebraska. Good to hear from you. Again, if you'd like to be part of our broadcast, my text message number is 402-515-7654. Looking down to see if Dave Denley, the Bellevue women's basketball coach, might be working his way up this way. He didn't get a chance to visit with us after the women's game, so sometimes he'll come up at halftime of the men's game. If he does come, we'll interview him. If not, we're going to take a few minutes break so I get a chance to get a drink and get back to the action. Stay right here for more basketball on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Welcome back to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. We are at our halftime break with about 3 minutes to go before the start of the second half. The Peru State Bobcats come into the Lozier Center and own a 31-23 halftime lead over the home team, Bruins. Bruins not shooting well. That's pretty much the statement of fact to explain their deficit here in the first half. Only 29% from the floor. Nobody with more than a total of 5 points for the Bruins. They do have 8 players in the scorebook, same as Peru State, but Peru State making 12 baskets to only 8 for the Bruins in the same 28 attempts in the game. So we look for what's going to happen in the second half. Are the teams going to find a little bit more offensive juice? Bruin fans hope so. After putting up 101 points last night, only 23 in this first half today. Again, for the Bobcats, Devin Tomlinson with 8 points leads the way. Ty Griggs with 6, and then a trio of players with 4 points apiece. For the Bellevue Bruins, Nigel Wilson with 5 points, Raphael Allen with 4, and then a host of other players with 2 or 3 points. Bruins need to make a bigger mark on the scoreboard in this second half. Congratulations to the Bellevue women's team. They went 2-0 in the 2024 Chick-fil-A Classic, defeating Southwestern Christian last night, and then Mount Mercy today, 76-75 on a last-second free throw by Taylor DeMint to hold off the Mount Mercy Mustangs. Bruins defeating Oakland City University out of Indiana yesterday, 101-52. Peru State defeating Dickinson State out of North Dakota, 67-61 yesterday. That takes us to this matchup that will begin with its second half in just a little bit. Again, one final time, I'll give out that number if you'd like to be part of our broadcast. It's 402-515-7654. We've heard from a couple of folks tonight. We're glad you are with us, whether you send a text or not. If you do want to send a text, let me know where you're listening in, who you're rooting for, and anything you want me to relay as part of the broadcast. Within reason, of course. Teams will change directions in this second half. Bruins will now be shooting at the basket on the left side of your screen. Bobcats on the right side in front of their respective benches. Bruins have one game next weekend here at home. Next Saturday at 7:30 p.m. against Union College out of Lincoln before they hit the road for 3 games after that. Don't forget to set your clocks back 1 hour. You get an extra hour of sleep tonight, so don't forget that. And also, just as important, on Tuesday, get out there and vote. Pick the candidates you think best represent you, and put a little mark on that ballot box in front of their name. Hey, if you're in the Omaha, Bellevue area, there's a great resource for you. Has a nice description of the races that affect you. You put in your home address at 411vote.org, and it brings up all the races, all the people who are competing against each other for the opportunity to serve you in government. 411vote.org. All right, here we go with the second half of action. The Bellevue Bruins will have the opening possession, trying to cut into their current 8-point deficit. Bruins a little weave at the top of the perimeter. Liam Thompson on the entry pass inside to R.J. Smith. He's hog-tied by Amir Pote. Pote will draw his second personal foul. Bruins will have an inbounds play with 20 seconds on the shot clock here. Smith with the basketball, trying to work his way. Battle of number 55's little baby hook, a little too short on that one. He'll get his offensive rebound. Kick out to Raphael Allen, and Allen will knock it down in front of the Bruin bench. That's a good start to the second half for the home team. Bringing the ball up the floor is Carlos Hines. He was pretty active early in the first half, and then kind of got quiet. on his dribble drive in traffic. No good. R.J. Smith battling for the board with Christian Titian, and R.J. wins that one. Allen just made a three-pointer from near that same spot. Bruins reverse the basketball. Here's R.J. Smith, top of the key. Finds T.J. Smith, but he loses the basketball to Ty Griggs. And Griggs up the floor, and he'll slam it home to the delight of the Peru State bench and Peru State fans in attendance. Here's Christian Carter. Down to R.J. Smith. Again, that battle between the two big men. That one's knocked out of bounds by Amir Pote.
Stays right there.
Hey, we want to say hello to Christian Carter's grandparents. I talked to Christian's mom for a bit at halftime, said they're on a Caribbean cruise and listening to the broadcast. The drive by Raphael Allen, a little bit short, but Liam Thompson with another offensive rebound. Bruins back to action. So cruising the Caribbean, that's a nice thing to be doing, huh? There's Christian on the drive, but it's off the mark. Tomlinson with another rebound for the Bobcats. Send us some good luck from the Caribbean, huh? Here's Pote, now back out to Carlos Hines. Hines with one black shoe, one white shoe. I guess I didn't notice that in the first half. I don't know if he switched or I just didn't catch it. Here's Devlin Tomlinson for three. That's no good. Raphael Allen with the rebound. The Bruins head the other way. Quick release three. TJ Fritz knocks that one down. His second three-pointer of the game. TJ finding the range. The Bruins pull to within four. They've cut their halftime deficit in half. Griggs on the drive over the top of a couple of players. No good. Quickly ahead to Fritz. And it's knocked out of bounds by Hines. It'll stay Bellevue basketball. Four new bodies on the floor. Wilson, Chang, Williams, and Mathak join the Bruin roster. TJ Fritz will stay out there. And for the Bobcats, Aaron Miller checks back into the game. Inbounds play to Nigel. Nigel trying to back inside, feeds inside to Matt Mathak. And Matt with the quick release off the glass. Credit Nigel for the assist, and Matt with the basket. Bruins to within two. It was 31-23 at halftime, and now Peru State, its first second half basket from Carlos Hines. Nigel Wilson, TJ Smith. TJ squares up his shoulders, makes the basket, winds up on the floor. No foul called, but TJ hits both of his three-pointers in this second half. That excites the Bruin bench and the Bruin fans. A two-point game. A little over 3 minutes have gone by here in this second half. Bellevue gets a bench warning from the official across the way to stay on the bench. Stolen away. Matt Mathak picks the pocket of Carlos Hines, and now it's a race. Shot won't go down. It's out of bounds to the Bobcats.
And we're going to go Bobcats way.
Great play by Matt. Couldn't quite get himself set for that shot near the bucket. Intensity level has ratcheted up in this second half. Here's Ty Griggs. Christian Titian. Devin Tomlinson. Back to Griggs. Griggs on the drive, gets around Chang for the basket. Caleb, I think, got an elbow in the jaw for that defensive effort. Looks like he's going to be okay, however. TJ Fritz from near the Bruin bench. Bang again. TJ Fritz back-to-back triples. The Bruin bench going crazy across the way. A one-point game. Bellevue has outscored Peru State 14-7 in this second half to close the deficit to 1.
Come on, quick.
A whistle on the play. Willie Williams will be called for his third personal foul on the grab.
his third team first.
Neither Williams nor head coach Lucas Gabriel agrees with that call. But their complaints will fall upon deaf ears as the Bobcats have possession. 1 point lead, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Hines. On the switch. Tomlinson on the drive. Wilson there to block his path. Nice job on the help defense by Nigel. Hines trying to do some fancy dribbling into the lane. Contact made. Count the basket and a foul upcoming. Matt Mathak will pick up his second personal foul. Second team foul as well for the Bruins. And Carlos Hines will get the N1 free throw. Thompson, Smith, Carter, and Allen back in. Bruins have about 7 players on the floor right now. Now they're down to 5. Hines with 9 points, a chance for double digits with this free throw, and he gets it. So Hines and Griggs both with 10 points, leading the way for Peru State. The lead back to 4, but Bellevue did a nice job coming out of that halftime break to get its offense going, mainly behind that man number 2. Thompson to Smith. Smith body banging down low against Titian. Shot no good. Good defense by Titian that time. Titian with the basketball. Now to give to Aaron Miller inside, or coming around the top. Here's Hines once again. Bounce pass to Titian. Chris Carter on the switch defense. Tomlinson with the head fake, no shot, and that goes off the hands of Aaron Miller out of bounds, but they're going to say it'll stay Bobcat basketball, that one of the Bruins forced it out. Tough call there against the Bruins. 4 seconds on the shot clock, so the Bobcats don't have a lot of time on this inbounds possession. Fritz right up in the face of Stephen Coleman Jr. over there. Now the official says you got to back up a bit. And the pass goes out of bounds. Good defense by the Bruins. Trying to get it down low to Carlos Hines, but it winds up in the bleachers instead. On the turnover, Bellevue gets the ball back. Turnovers relatively few. 6 for Bellevue, 5 for Peru State. Fritz trying to make himself available. He's had the hot hand coming out of the halftime break. Chris Carter to the basket. Blocked from the side by Titian, but Chris gets his offensive rebound. Now escapes a trio of Bobcat defenders. Shot clock continues to run down to 5. Raphael Allen, he puts his head down and drives, gets the defender in the air. Shot clock violation as it did not hit the rim. It's a rugged game inside. The officials not calling the whole lot. I mean, both ways. I mean, it's a fair situation, but could have called a foul on the last one. Could have called a foul several times. Here's Willie Williams back in the game for the Bruins. 13:40 remaining in the game. 4-point lead for the Bobcats. They led by as many as double digits, but the Bruins getting back into it. Shot by Titian from distance. That's no good. TJ Fritz secures the rebound. Chris Carter ahead. Bruins don't have numbers. Smith, however, and Titian again, their one-on-one battle inside. Kick out to Carter. Chris tries to drive. He's blanketed there. Again, back to Smith. RJ, the little hook shot. No good. The rebound cleared by Aaron Miller, and he'll bring it up the left side of the floor. Nice entry pass from Christian Titian to Devin Tomlinson. The lead back to 6 points. The Bruins worked hard to cut it to 1. Now they have a job to do once again. Liam Thompson, top of the key, finds Chris Carter. Carter tries to get it to Smith inside. Ball loose on the floor. The Bobcats come away with it. Here's Hines. Kick out to the corner. Hines coming inside. Nice help defense by Liam Thompson. Here's Willie Williams with the basket off the assist from Christian Carter. Lucas Gabriel will call a timeout. 12:07 remaining in the game. It's the Bobcats 43 and the Bruins 39. Well, yes, definitely the intensity level has ratcheted up here in the second half of action. Points being scored, bodies being bumped all over the floor. Bellevue with an 18-12 advantage in this second half over the Bobcats, but still trail by 43-39. Three players for Peru State with 10 points apiece, Hines, Tomlinson, and Griggs. For the Bellevue Bruins, only one player in double digits. That's TJ Fritz with 12. Raphael Allen, the next highest Bellevue scorer, with 7 points. Liam Thompson with 5 rebounds leads the Bruins in that category. Devin Tomlinson with 8 boards for the Bobcats. All right, back to the action. Bobcat basketball. If you were not with us, our open of today's broadcast, this is the 89th time these two schools have competed in basketball. Former members of the Midland Collegiate Athletic Conference have played each other since 1972. The Bruins having a 55-33 advantage. Drive to the basket by Carlos Hines. Here's Willie Williams with the basketball for the Bruins. Coming up the right side, Nigel Wilson. Williams, tough shot inside down the lane. Maybe ill-advised on that shot. Didn't have a real good look with defenders in the way. Here's Hines. Williams doing a nice job defending here, but a quick pass inside from Hines to Miller. Miller somehow got free on a back pick. And again, the Bruins looking up at an 8-point deficit. Offensive foul going to go against one of the Bruins. That's going to go against Matt Mathok, his third personal foul, third team foul against the Bruin. Lucas Gabriel calls a timeout. Wants to have a little composure timeout here as the Bruins got off to a great start in the half. Well, the wheels have come off a little bit again here. They need to regroup and get back to task.
Along with Christian Didier, number 50.
10:57 remaining in this one. A long way to go. Anybody's ball game as of yet, but the Bruins can't allow the Bobcats to continue to stay further away than a couple of buckets. Got 114 people watching the live stream on our YouTube channel. Glad you all are along, whether you're Bellevue fans or Peru State fans. We're glad you're listening this evening. Early parts of the 2024-25 basketball campaign. Still got a ways to go to finish up the fall season, but the opening days of the winter sports season. Here's Hines. He's been pretty active for the Bobcats here in the opening minutes of this second half. I guess we're almost at the halfway point. Step back jump shot for 3. That's no good. Nigel Wilson on defense. Devin Tomlinson with the hustle play to get the loose rebound. Amir Pote back into the game for the Bobcats. Hines drives, kick out. Tomlinson short on that shot. Wilson clears the boards for the Bruins. His third rebound of the game. Willie Williams would love to contribute to the Bruin cause. 23 points last night Only 4 thus far tonight. Here's another chance. That one no good. The rebound cleared by Tomlinson. Bruins shooting a little bit better. They're up to 33, but still a ways to go. Bellevue on a 2+ minute scoring drought after getting to within 1 point. Somehow Hines tight ropes down that sideline, kicks it out to the top of the key to Lamar Lovelace. Lovelace will launch for 3. That's no good. Here's Raphael Allen with the board and bringing the ball up the floor. May have gotten out of control, and he'll be called for traveling as he couldn't plant that back foot.
50, Kediak, along with number 3, Griggs. In for the Bruins, number 2 and number 11. That's Fritz and Carter.
G.J. Fritz and Christian Carter back in for the Bruin. Christian Titian back in for the Bobcats.
Number 15.
Donzel Johnson as well. Bobcats spreading the floor. A spin move inside, nicely done by Aaron Miller.
Miller working it through the lane.
As they let Millen work to find his own lane. Carter bounce past Nigel Wilson. Nigel collects, gathers himself, and banks it home. Nice assist by Carter to Wilson. Nigel now with 7 points. Down low to Titian, working around Williams. Again, using that size advantage on the mismatch on the switch. Christian Titian, Council Bluffs, Iowa native, puts that one in. Titian, 5 points on the game. They say no over and back as it was tipped by the Bobcat player. Christian Carter able to collect it. Inside to Nigel Wilson with the left hand. Nigel gets that one to drop down. So Nigel Wilson with a couple of buckets in the last couple of minutes for the Bruins. Tomlinson using his body as a shield, switching to the left hand to keep Nigel Wilson away from the ball. A smile on his face as he heads back down the floor. He knows he made a nice athletic move. A 10-point game once again. Bobcats up 53-43. Williams off the mark with that one. It'll get out of bounds. A tough night for Willie Williams shooting. Only 2 out of 8. 0 for 5 from behind the arc after lighting it up last night. Stephen Coleman Jr. back in for Peru State. Peru State spreading the floor. Now it's a 3-2 situation. Chris Carter and Stephen Coleman Jr. get tangled up. That'll be a foul on Carter. Just his first personal foul, 4th team foul. Bobcats only 1 team foul in this half. We're at the 7:10 mark, so almost 13 minutes have gone by in this 20-minute half. Bruins again need to make a little bit of a run. Can't afford to keep a double-digit deficit on the scoreboard. Griggs may have gotten away with the walk. Here's a shot from the corner from 3-point land. That's no good on the attempt by Donzel Johnson. G.J. Fritz, who started this half with 3 3-pointers. Peru State has aggressively tried to defend to keep the ball out of his hands. Nigel Wilson a little bit too strong on that one. Titian with the rebound for the Bobcats. Here's Griggs up the floor. Tomlinson for 3, nothing but net. Devin Tomlinson. 15 points now for Tomlinson. He takes over the team lead. Fritz with Johnson all over him. TJ gets the shot off. He'll get 2 free throws coming up as he's fouled in the act of shooting. Coleman collects the foul. His first personal foul, the second team foul against Peru State. TJ Fritz to the line.
Shooting 2.
Fritz, a 76% free throw shooter last season for the Bruins. He'll toe the line for a couple here. First one up, first one in. 13 points for TJ. He's the top scorer for the Bruins. Fritz with 13, Wilson with 9, the top 2 Bruins scorers. A trio of Bobcats in double digits. Tomlinson with 15, Hines with 12, Griggs with 10. Here's TJ's second shot. Again, takes his time at the line. That one kicks away, however. That'll go out of bounds, but it'll be Bobcat basketball. Lucas Gabriel will call the full timeout. Bellevue will still have 2 timeouts remaining after this as he tries to reset the tempo for the final 6 minutes and 3 seconds. Bobcats 56, Bruins 44. %, the Bruins shooting, 49% the shooting for the Bobcats. Members of the Heart of America Athletic Conference, they finished 13-11 in conference play last year. 20-12 overall. Bruins picked up their 21st conference championship last year as they were co-champions of the North Star Athletic Association. They wound up winning the North Star Tournament. That was the 16th conference tournament championship under their belt, and appeared in the NAIA National Tournament for the 22nd time in school history. More difficult to make the NAIA tournament these days. About 5 years ago, there was a Division I and Division II. Now it's all one division. 64 teams qualify in 4 different pools in order to make it to the national finals in Kansas City. That's still a long way away. That's March Madness. Right here, we're still early November. Carlos Hines dribbles around the backcourt pressure. Tomlinson stops, tries to pass inside, but it goes out of bounds on the turnover. Bellevue gets the basketball back. 6 turnovers against Peru State, 10 against Bellevue. Christian Carter lets the ball roll up the floor. Now he'll pick it up and the clock will start, trying to save a couple of precious seconds. Carter to Fritz to Smith. Smith, left-handed hook, knocked out of bounds. Bobcats will control the basketball. RJ working hard inside, but he's 0 for 6 from the floor as the pressure is tough with a couple of those matchups with Bobcat players. Losing his footing is Ty Griggs. And so the Bruins will get possession of the basketball on the turnover. So a couple of turnovers here in the last minute for Peru State. That'll have Roman Gentry call the timeout. 5:26 remaining. Bruins trail by 12, 56-44. Looking for some offense to get back into this game. (31-23) was our score at halftime. Peru State, after Bellevue got off to a great start at the start of this second half, has now outscored the Bruins 25-21 over the last 16 and a half minutes. Derek Tomlinson had 21 points and 9 rebounds last night in the win against Dickinson. He's leading his team in both of those categories again tonight, 15 points and 11 rebounds, so he's got a double-double going tonight. Bruins looking for a guy or two or three to get hot in the final 5 minutes and 26 seconds to pull their team back into this one. Bellevue on the inbounds play after the turnover. Carter tries to drive right side of the lane. Bounce pass inside to R.J. Smith. The head fake. Smith too strong off the board. The follow bounces away once again. It's been that kind of a night for R.J. Smith. Had two good looks inside, but either one would go down. Bruin fans starting to feel a sense of frustration. Bellevue giving it a good effort, but things just aren't falling away. There's a blatant travel violation against Carlos Hines. Nigel Wilson and Matt Mathok back in for Bellevue.
And for the Bruins will be number 5, Wilson.
Wilson with 9 points.
Mathok.
3 rebounds and 3 assists for Nigel as well. Christian Carter and Caleb Chang kind of sharing the point guard duties this year for the Bruins after the graduation of Jerome Bynum, who held that spot for the last couple of years. Another Bellevue turnover. Nice play on the save underneath by Aaron Miller. 4.5 to go. Wilson on the defense, stopping the drive of Miller. Here's Christian Titian. His pass will go out of bounds. Thought Hines was going to break to the basket. Instead, he went the other way. So the Bobcats, with 3 turnovers on their last 4 possessions, giving the Bruins a chance to get back into this, but the Bruins need to put some offense in on this end of the floor. Carter, drive, pulls up. Finds Mathok at the free throw line. Matt may have got away with a double dribble. The left-handed shot up and in. Matt Mathok with 7 points on the game. That helps the Bruin cause back to a 10-point game. Still a 4-possession game. Bruins need to make some defensive stops. Most of the way to the finish. The drive by Miller. Nice job by Raphael Allen to get there. Nigel Wilson with the steal. Nigel out of control, however, misses the shot on the other end. Bruins let an opportunity slip by there. Nigel was kind of caught whether he was going to go for the dunk or the layup. Lucas Gabriel mad there was no foul call on the play as Hines came up from behind. And now we're going to see the Bobcats more than likely try to burn some time off the clock unless they get an easy look like that. Aaron Miller on the basket with the assist from Christian Titian. TJ Fritz with the basketball. He'll drive, and he'll make the basket, falling to the ground. That nice extension with the wrist roll off the glass and in. For Fritz, now 15 points, a chance for 16 with the and one free throw.
Third, the extra coming for Fritz.
Still hope for the Bruins with 3 minutes remaining. But again, they've got to almost be perfect on defense and continue to put points on the board when they're on the offensive end. Fritz, 1 free throw here, and he'll make it 2 for 3 on the night. 9-point deficit for Bellevue, 9-point lead for Peru State. Christian Carter almost had the steal. Time, the ally of Peru State. Hines trying to back in, puts it up, and it won't go down. Nigel Wilson with a one-handed rebound after the miss. Check one for the Bruins. Now let's see if Bellevue can put points on the board here. Nigel Wilson working against Christian Titian. Nigel Wilson uses the glass to come up and in. Nigel Wilson with 11 points on the game. Back on the defensive end, trailing by 7. The Bruins again need a stop. Roman Gentry directing traffic for his team across the way. Chris Hines steps on the sideline. Another turnover. Bellevue still with an opportunity. Hines pleading his case to the official, but again, he's not going to get any satisfaction. Christian Titian telling him, got to let it go. We're ahead. 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Here's Raphael Allen. He'll lose his footing, and on the turnover, the Bruins will lose the ball. Raphael working down the right side of the lane. He made contact with Aaron Miller. His feet went out from underneath him. Don't know if he hit a wet spot or created one, but any way you look at it, the Bruins give the ball back to the Bobcats. An opportunity lost there. Devin Tomlinson back in the game for Peru State. Tomlinson with the basketball over the timeline. Forces the issue, but makes it an athletic play, driving to the right side, over the top for the bucket. Back to a 9-point lead with 1:45 to go. Christian Carter on the drive, too strong off the glass. Titian with the rebound. The Bobcats feeling real good about themselves. And Nigel Wilson with the tie-up on the jump ball. Carlos Hines tried to push the issue. Again, Hines would have been better suited just to burn time off the clock instead of trying to force it in. Fortunately for the Bobcats, possession arrow points their way. And again, trying to keep the floor dry and the basketball dry. Inbounds play. Hines to trigger it in. Finds Griggs. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Griggs wisely pulls it out. He'll burn some time off the clock. 1:25 and counting. It'll only be about a minute and 10 seconds by the time the Bobcats give up this possession for the Bruins to make up the deficit. Hines, a turnaround shot. That one might be the icing on the case. 62 to 51 with 1:05 to go. TJ Fritz off the mark with that one, never got set. 1:01 remaining in the contest. Bruins down by 11. Under a minute. Again, Hines to the basket. Off the mark. Good defense by the Bruins to deny. Here's TJ Fritz up ahead. He's tied up by Ty Griggs. And a jump ball call, this time possession arrow to the Bellevue Bruins. We've seen that happen a couple of times where guys have tried to drive down the lane. The opponents just grab the basketball. One going each direction. Again, a towel on the basketball to try to keep it as dry as possible in the remaining 42 seconds. Carter, spin inside. Shot no good. Had it knocked out of his hands. He tried to force it back up. The defensive play by Carlos Hines. Hines will pull it out. And they'll just burn time off the clock. About 5-second differential between game and shot clock. Bellevue Bruins, who scored 101 points last night, at 51 tonight, about half of what they did yesterday. Here's Tomlinson, the dagger in the coffin. Devin Tomlinson, the three-pointer. 5 seconds remaining. Time going down. Christian Carter with the shot. It's off the mark. And this one is in the book. The Peru State Bobcats come into the Lozier Center and take a 65-51 victory over the home team, Bellevue Bruins. With the victory, Peru State now 3-0 on the season. With the loss, the Bellevue Bruins now 1-1. Let's take a look at some final stats. Peru State Bobcats shoot 51% on the day, only 32 for Bellevue. The Bobcats make 27 field goals to only 19 for the Bruins. Bruins do make 6 3-pointers, but that took 22 attempts, 4 out of 14 for the Bobcats. Turnovers, pretty much even, 12 for Bellevue, 11 for Peru State. Rebounds, 38 for the Bobcats to 34 for the Bellevue Bruins. Individual scorers for the Peru State Bobcats, Devin Tomlinson, who was the leading scorer last night with 21, added 20 tonight. Carlos Hines with 14, Ty Griggs with 10. Aaron Miller had 8, Christian Titian with 5, Stephen Coleman with 4, Lamar Lovelace had 4. That's the scoring for Peru State. Leading rebounder was Devin Tomlinson, as he was last night as well. For the Bellevue Bruins, TJ Fritz had 16 points, Nigel Wilson with 11, the only 2 double-digit scorers for Bellevue. Raphael Allen and Matt Mathak had 7 points apiece. Willie Williams had 4. Christian Carter with 2, Liam Thompson with 2, R.J. Smith with 2, and that's it for the Bellevue Bruins. So a disappointing finale to the 2024 Chick-fil-A tournament for the home team Bruins, but as they say, you probably can't win them all. The Bruins back to the drawing board as they get ready for the next game on the schedule. That will take place on November 9th, 1 week from today, a 7:30 game against Union College out of Lincoln. So the Bruins will try to get back in a winning way next Saturday evening. Looking down to see if head coach Lucas Gabriel or one of the players will come out and visit with us. Sometimes a tough loss like this, obviously no one wants to sit and answer my stupid questions, but we'll see. We'll give them a couple of minutes as we go through our recap. $12 assists for the Bruins on those 19 made baskets. So again, the Bruins doing a good job of finding open players, but the Bruins just a cold night of shooting, 32%. You're not going to win a whole lot of games shooting at that level collegiately. Turnovers was a decent number, 12 and 11 for both squads. And a rebounding was pretty much even. Bellevue did have 12 offensive rebounds. Some of that because they missed so many shots. There were opportunities on the offensive glass, so sometimes the statistics have to be tempered with a little bit of the situational awareness. All right, I'm assuming Lucas is not going to want to talk too much about this. We'll put an end to the weekend here. Again, remember to turn your clocks back. You get an extra hour of sleep tonight, Logan, so hey, what a deal. And we'll be back next Saturday as the Bruins take on Union College of Lincoln. Wrapping up the 2024 Chick-fil-A Basketball Classic. Thanks for watching. Bellevue Bruins, more basketball to come, more volleyball to come in 2 weeks as well, as the Bruins will host the North Star Athletic Association Conference Tournament, and the Bruins will also host an opening round of the NAIA National Volleyball Tournament. For Logan and Raphael, for head coach Lucas Gabriel, athletic director Ed Lahotek, and everybody associated with Bellevue basketball, thanks for joining us on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network.